Hey, what's up guys? So yeah, we're gonna do something a little different today. I'm actually gonna bake a cake on my Kamado grill. You can do this in any grill really, as long as you can maintain a steady temp of around 350 degrees to bake a cake. And you don't want your grill to be all smoky either, because you'll just get smoke all in your cake. So anyways, to get to the point, we're gonna do a pineapple upside down cake. So I wanted to show you how we're gonna do that today. We're gonna do an easy version of it. We're just gonna use a box cake mix and just get this thing on there. I just wanna demonstrate how the Akorn can bake things as well. And no, this video is not sponsored by WGU. I just happen to be wearing the shirt. So let's get over to making the cake. Okay, for this, like I said, we're just doing a really easy upside down pineapple cake. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a 20-ounce can of sliced pineapple, and you're also gonna need the juice from it. You need some maraschino cherries, 3 eggs for the cake batter, vegetable oil, and the cake mix. In this case, we're using Betty Crocker cake mix. You need a moist or super moist yellow cake mix. It doesn't have to be Betty Crocker, but it's only like $1 for the box, so why not? And you also need a cup of brown sugar, and I'll explain that here in a minute. So first we're gonna get this cake mixed up. So let's go ahead and open up the cake. Actually, I don't need the pineapple or the cherries right now. All we need is our oil, cake mix, and our eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this going here. As a matter of fact, let's lift this up out of the way. One egg. And then we gotta add half a cup of vegetable oil. Also, what we want to do is we want to take our pineapple slices, open them up. And be careful, don't cut yourself with these things. And we're going to take the pineapple juice, and we want to collect a cup of pineapple juice, because what we're doing is we're going to replace the water that would normally go into cake with pineapple juice. And if you don't get quite a cup of pineapple juice, just top the rest up with water. I'm just going to take the pineapple slices and put them in a bowl on the side. So now we have our pineapples and our juice. I'm a little shy here. You can see I need to get just a little bit more here so that I have a cup. So I'm going to top this up with water real quick. Alright, topped up with water. Let's go ahead and add it in. Let's take our cake mix, open it up. Have a pair of scissors handy, of course. Put your cake mix in. All right. Now we're gonna lower the mixer. If you're not using, I'm using a stand mixer for this. You can use a hand mixer. Either way, doesn't matter. We're gonna let this mix up. Try not to scatter stuff everywhere when you're doing it. And basically, we're gonna beat this on medium for 3 minutes. And once it's 3 minutes is up, we'll have our cake batter. Cake batter's done mixing, so we're just gonna lift the head out. It was already unlocked. I'm gonna take this beater, twist it, pop it off. We're gonna move our cake batter aside, and I'm gonna move the mixer out of the way so we can go ahead and prep the pan. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 1/4 cup of butter, which is 4 tablespoons of butter. So I'm just using a stick here. I'm just gonna cut it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna cut it right here. we're going to take that and we're going to melt this in the microwave. Alright, so we've melted our butter, we have our cup of brown sugar, and we have our pineapples, and we have our cherries. So this is a 1/4 cup of butter, so we're going to go ahead and pour it in here in our traditional or non-traditional cake pan here. I'm using a foil pan because I'm putting it on the grill. I don't want to ruin our good pans just in case, you know. So I'm just going to kind of spread that butter all around. Make sure it coats all the bottom of the pan, like so. And that looks pretty good. Now we're going to take the brown sugar. We're going to just sprinkle it over the whole bottom. Just take it and just sprinkle it. Use all the brown sugar. Just kind of take it and spread it with your hand a little bit if you need to. Just kind of scatter it. Should be kind of like that. So now we're going to take our pineapples, lay them in. Just like so. Kind of spread them apart a little more, space them around until you get it just right if you need to. And I cut one in half so I could fit it in the corners here like this. Alright, that's for the pineapple. Now we have our cherries. We're going to take the cherries, put one in the center of each pineapple. I had a couple extra ones here, so I'm just going to kind of put them here. And yeah, cherries stain your fingers. Keep that in mind when you're placing them. Okay, final step, take our cake batter. We're going to just evenly pour it across everything. Like I said, we're doing this on the Akorn cooker. You can do it on a Weber grill, you can do it on any grill really, as long as you can maintain a good 350-degree temp on it. Just another reason to use your grill. More excuse to get out there and start a fire in your grill. So yeah, man. Get as much of that batter out as you can. Using a spatula, of course, or spoon, whatever you got. Now, take your pan, just kind of help level your cake. So next, we need to fire the grill up, get it up to 350 degrees, make sure it's done smoking and everything, and it's just like kind of like, because if you have your smoking stone especially, it'll act like a convection oven and you'll pretty much be baking cake on your grill. I always just wanted to try this, so here we go. See you outside. Alright, so we got the grill. It's actually sitting about 375, should be about 350, but it should be okay overall. No smoke at all, just heat, which is what we want. Take the cake, set it long ways in there. Make sure you have your indirect stone in there so that way you don't have direct fire hitting the bottom of your cake pan as much. We're going to go ahead and close this and we're going to let it bake for about half an hour. We'll check on it periodically and see how we're coming along. We'll do the toothpick test and see if we get a clean toothpick and then we'll know the cake is done. Hey, why the hell am I watching a video about baking a cake in a grill? And I'm right there with you. I don't know why you'd bake a cake in a grill. I was just doing this really to prove a point that you can do almost anything in a Kamado grill. But you can also do another kind of grills too if you can keep a steady temp. But yeah, I don't know. What if, like, let's say it's summer and it's hot as hell, like here in Texas, and it's like you know, you don't really want to turn the oven on and get the house all hot. Well, if you've already done some burgers, you can clean the grill real quick, crank that sucker up to 350 degrees, or it might already be at 350 degrees or more. In that case, you're going to want to drop your temp. But throw a freaking cake on there, man. You know, you already got a hot grill going. Why not take advantage of it and just mix up a cake real quick, make dessert for all your friends. So let's go look at the batter, see how it's rising, huh? Let's unlock it up and look at the cake. All bubbling, it's rising, it's cooking along. So yeah. It smells like a bakery out here. A little bit different than the typical smell of brisket and fat dripping into the hot coals and smoldering. But it's still a good smell. And you can have beer with cake. Why not? Belgian triple. Any kind of Belgian beer goes good with the dessert, I think. Even some stouts go good with some desserts. Some nutty brown ales. Whatever, man. So, we'll get back to this when it's done, and I'll show you the result. Cheers. Alright guys, let's see how we're looking here on this cake. Oh, look at that. Man, that looks really good. Yeah, it's almost done, you can tell. I'm going to do a toothpick test here shortly. Give it about 5 more minutes or so. Alright guys, let's do a toothpick test on this thing and see how we're doing. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty clean. It's a super soft cake. So yeah, it came out clean. This cake is done. So the cake is done. We're going to close our vents to shut the grill down. I've got a butter knife here. Basically what I need to do is go along the edges here. Kind of loosen up the cake from the edges of the pan. Just to go along the edges. Not as easy in this pan because it's ripply. So, next thing we got to do is take a pan like so. I'm using a pan like this. Put it on top of this pan. I'm going to take some heat resistant gloves for this. Get it off the grill. Close the grill because I don't need the grill anymore. We're simply going to take this whole thing, I'm going to flip it over, like so. And we're going to leave the lid on so the brown sugar can drip down over the cake, and we'll go inside with this and I'll show you it. So let's go inside. Alright, so we flipped the cake over outside. This pan's really hot. We're going to take this off. Oh man, that came out beautiful. Man, so now what we gotta do is let this cool down, and then we'll start cutting into it, and I'll show you guys what it, give you my true assessment on this grilled cake. So, see you in a little bit when this thing is cooled down. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this cake out, piece of this cake out, and give it a try. So let's go ahead and just cut the corner piece out here. It's a really moist cake. So I'll cut this little corner piece out here. See if I can scoop it off, put it on my plate here. So now, I'm going to try the cake. That's really, really good cake. Try to cut this pineapple. Little cooked piece of pineapple with the cake here. Look at that. So I can get the focus. I was not going to want to focus, but man. That's good cake. So now, go bake one on your grill. You already know how to do it now. So anyways guys, cheers. See you later.